And I'm back. Let's first discuss this first video I made. A few errors. Number one, I don't know why anyone would think they should be walking or working out and talking. You're going to breathe hard. And I'm panning through that whole video, and I apologize for that. No one died during the making of that video. Anyway, so let's continue. I think I left off with trying new foods and getting my grip on this whole food plant-based diet. Okay, let's keep going. So I'm going to do this. I don't care what it takes. I am going to change what I eat. I did all my research. I saw how many diseases that it can not only help prevent but cure that no doctor has ever told me about. I gotta quit doing these exercise talk videos. Seems to be the only time I have to exercise and to take videos. That's the only time they worked. What the hell? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, so let me talk to you more about this way of eating and why you should look into this way of eating. And every disease, it's the top: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, all these killers, they're killing us every day. Or we look at our parents, if we're lucky to still have parents, and to see how their last years of their life were. What, my mom died at the age of 65 from breast cancer. My dad lived longer, but he was in a diminished state for many years. And did any of us want to go that way? I mean, come on, I'm an older lady, so, those are the things to think about. So, people say, oh, I'm going to eat whatever, I'm going to live my life however. It doesn't matter to me, I'm going to die of something. That's the favorite line I hear. I probably have used that myself. But it's not true. I want to live. I spent my last 30 years of my life, and still do to this day, taking care of my son, my oldest, who has severe multiple disabilities. When I gave birth to him while I was in the military, it changed my whole life. It probably changed my, behaviors in a sense, because my day he was born, that became my life. And all that came with it. And the fact that I would have to no longer be someone with a career, with anything, changed my relationships with my friends. It changed everything. And it took me a long time just to get in the mental state of how in the world am I going to do this? And as much as I hate to use it as an excuse or anything else, but everything over the years, so I guess the level of stress, the lack of sleep, just spiraled. I started getting sick a lot. Had pneumonia 5 times in 1 year. Was told I need to get to the hospital, but I couldn't. There's no way. I had to take care of my son. And then one day I look in the mirror and I see this face, who is this monster? Who is this scary ass monster in my home? It's me. Oh, it does a lot. It does a lot to your confidence. It does a lot to your relationship. It does a lot to your life. And then another child, and now I am raising my 3rd child. So I have my 30-year-old disabled son and my 9-year-old, who's probably a lot like me, but she is a handful. And I'm sitting here on my exercise bike at 54 with every imaginable problem you could think of, but I'm moving. And I'm not just doing that and trying to say, oh, you've got to exercise all the time. Nobody can exercise all the time. And actually, exercise is not what's the most important thing for our health. But exercise is good. exercise good for here, for here, for here. I mean, exercise gives you endorphins, and I don't care how hard it is. When I first started just trying to move more, I would, 5 minutes of walking, I'm done. It was just too much. But I kept saying, okay, but I did 5 minutes, so I'm gonna try again tomorrow. I'm gonna try again the next, and I'm gonna keep pushing. So here I am. I exercise daily. I eat my whole food plant-based diet. I've dropped my cholesterol 150 points. I have totally erased diabetes. It no longer exists. It's gone. I mean, I'm diagnosed in February of this year. By June of this year, I'm no longer a diabetic. If that's not miraculous, or make you think about like checking into this whole food plant-based way of living, I don't know what will. But as I have been doing this since February, I don't actually know how much more weight I've lost. Last time I weighed, I don't know, on a scale, was in October, I believe, first part of October. And the doctors were just like, I don't know why. None of our patients, when you're diabetic, it's for life. I don't know how you did that. You should be on medication, but you don't show. Your A1C is fine. Your sugar levels are fine. You look great. You're moving. And then I have friends that are like, oh, you are not the same person. Who are you? The way you act, feel, engage, not as socially shy. I don't think I've ever been shy. I just, like I said that morning, I was probably only 30 years old. I walk by my mirror and I see the most ugly monster I've ever saw. And I didn't know who I was. I didn't know when all this happened to my face. And just what happened to me mentally. I mean, I don't have words. I've been diagnosed with all sorts of mental problems. But it's a joke. Yeah, I have a lot of reasons to have mental issues, but you know what? I have decided, and I'm finally getting the energy to say, yes, I don't care what a doctor says. What I care about is me and taking care of me, because doctors do not know how to take care of you. Doctors go to school, they get no nutritional, at the most, 1 month out of all their years of training, do they get any training on nutrition? And let's be realistic. If you see all these, especially around here, there's hospitals everywhere, big, beautiful hospitals, and doctors everywhere. And you're like, you keep hearing people getting these diagnoses or going to the emergency room. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm fatigued. I'm tired all the time. Oh, you got arthritis. You can't exercise. Who the hell can't exercise? I don't care what your level of ability or disability. There's no one that can't do something to move your body. The movement also helps get that blood flowing, circulation going. I don't know, it's very frustrating. But you gotta also understand that if no one was sick, we wouldn't need doctors. Think about that for a minute. And you think, you're sick, well, my doctor said, gives me this pill, so I'm gonna be fine. You're never gonna be fine. There is not a pill that cures anything. Just like a Band-Aid on somebody cuts a major artery, you stick a Band-Aid on it. What is it gonna do? Nothing. It's gonna be expensive, it's gonna have side effects, and sometimes the side effects of medication are worse than if you didn't take the medication at all. A lot of people don't, and that's actually a good thing probably, because there is no pill. Doctor says, oh, you're diabetic, you take this pill, and then go on and live your normal life. Oh my gosh, it just makes me crack up. The medical industry is full of quackery, and they're paid and they prescribe constantly from these drug companies. And these drug companies are why, I guess, hospitals and doctors are in business. I mean, doctors only know the cute little blonde that comes in her high heels and sells them, convinces them to start prescribing this pill or that pill. Oh no, I don't want to get all into that. On a positive note, what I want to do, my hope in sharing these videos, is to spread some information that you're never going to hear from your doctor at all. Information that, if I can make you think, if you go, even if you are sick or debilitated, and a lot of people who watch this stuff are people who are at home. Why are they at home? They can't work. They have this disease. Oh, I have a rare disease. Nothing will fix it. Most of your rare diseases are caused by what they call a metabolic syndrome. And it's all from what you eat. I mean, I just want you to open your minds, think about it, and you say, oh, she doesn't know anything. She's not a doctor. I am a doctor. I have had to doctor my son for the last 30 years. There's not a doctor out there who knows how to help him. Not a one. I go in the office and they say, what do you think is wrong with him and what do you think we should do? They don't have a clue. You know? Oh. But anyway, so if you're sitting around with your gout, or you had to go to the emergency room and they put you in the hospital in your ICU and don't know what's wrong with them, but you know, come visit. We don't know. We'll just, you know, listen, no matter what is wrong with you right now in your life, mentally, physically, just please check into a whole food, plant-based lifestyle. There's millions of videos on YouTube. You can Google it, what actually it is. And like I said, it's not science. It's eating whole foods, a variety of whole plant foods. No meat, no dairy, no eggs, pig, chicken, fish. And we'll get into later why is meat so bad for our bodies. Not just that, but what it's doing to our planet. And when you actually see how the meat that you eat every day, where it comes from, factory farming, if you ever get that far in your journey on the whole food plant-based life, you will never even want to put another piece of meat or drink another glass of milk or sprinkle cheese all over your pizza. You need to just take that way of life and throw it out the damn window. It'll kill you. I'm just telling you. It doesn't mean you're going to have my diagnoses or go through what I'm going through. Absolutely not. I mean, it doesn't matter if your grandma or grandpa ate meat, smoked cigarettes, drank every day of their life and they lived into their 90s. Well, you know what? Good for them. Keep doing it and you'll see how far you're going to get and how long you're going to live. I don't want to live to 100 if I'm sick and debilitated. But if I get my crap together and continue to do what I'm doing, I have no doubt I'll make it to 100. But I'm going to make it to 100 thriving, doing what I want to do, living life, not suffering, not sick. So anyway, back to the first video. A couple of things I said was, I apologize for panting. I apologize for panting here. I got to figure out how to find time to do this. I'm just a multitasker, what can I say? So, maybe next time I'll show you what I eat in an average day. And just please, if nothing else, just open your mind and don't close yourself off. Oh, no meat, there's no way, I can't survive, there's no protein in it. I'm telling you, we don't need meat for protein. And we'll discuss that more and more. But maybe next time I will be standing still and not panting, and I'll show you what I eat in a day. Till then, peace, love you, Open your minds, open your hearts. Feel better, be strong, be healthy. Bye.